Good morning, baby girl. Happy Monday, happy Sunday, whatever day it is on your end, whatever day you're watching this. I want you to have a beautiful, blessed day. If it is nighttime, I hope that this is the last thing you are doing before you wind down and go to bed. But I am passing by with another video. We are going to be walking you through a full day on my plate as a girly who is currently cutting during summertime. I have been on a cut for some time, but with vacation and travel and work, it's been a little bit slower than what I would like, but also still satisfied with the fact that I have still been able to see results considering how much I've been traveling. It took me about a week-ish to get back on track after I came back from Mexico, so it just feels really good to finally feel like myself, to wake up early and to be filming for YouTube. And if you are new here, I hate eating before a workout, so what I'll usually have is just a certain amount of protein. So I'll usually have protein coffee. What you guys saw this morning was Clear Whey, so the Clear Whey that I drink is from my protein, which I'm actually not done yet, so I'm going to finish right now. But this literally tastes like juice. It still has that dry taste because there is 20 grams of protein in here, but it's not super heavy. It's not creamy either, which I love. It's also summertime, so it just feels a lot more refreshing than the protein coffee. So I might be switching, or I might just be going in between the both of them, but we shall see. So yeah, I'm gonna finish this and I'm going to the gym. No pre-workout, just raw dogging that hoe and going from there. say I had the best workout, okay? You know what makes like a workout 10 times better? When you're having a good film day, okay? I was able to record for YouTube, I was able to record for Instagram, and it's such a rewarding feeling. And I feel like I deserve steak and eggs, okay? So that's what we're having today. I wanted to talk about different type of steaks that you should be getting, especially if you are on a cut or you're trying to lean out, but you love red meat. Sirloin steak, flank steak, those are the leanest meats that you are gonna be able to find, and in my opinion, the best tasting. Yeah, when I'm in the gym and I'm filming for YouTube and Instagram, I'm literally doing this. 1, 2, I'm doing my set, and then I'm moving the camera, and then I'm doing my set, and then I'm doing the camera. Just imagine all the movement I'm doing in the gym. It really makes me laugh so much. So I'm like, these people probably think I'm legitimately insane, or she's really working for real. I don't know, but I just be in there doing what I gotta do for y'all. But yeah, I have sirloin steak up here. Before I get started, I want to talk about nutrition labels, because I know sometimes it can seem very complicated. It's a whole bunch of numbers and no one really explains to you like how to read it for real. So the first thing that I look for is the serving size. So in this whole packet, there's 4 ounces, right? So meaning basically for 1 serving size, we would have to cut these into 4 pieces, right? Per each piece in those 4 pieces, there's 240 calories and 22 grams of protein. So if I only want to have 240 calories and 22 grams of protein, I would have to cut one of these pieces in half, and then that would be my amount of meat. So that will put me at 240 calories, 22 gram protein if I were to have 1 whole meat, right? So let's say, for example, you didn't read the label, you're like, oh, let me just have the whole like steak, right? You're only having this side. That would put you at about 240 times 2, that's 480, and then you would be at 42 grams of calories. I don't want to do that because I want to have eggs as well, and I want to have blueberries. If I were to have a whole half of the steak, I would be a little bit over my calories in my macro. So I will be having 2 boiled eggs. So I'm at 240 calories. This will put me at an extra 150 because I'm having the boiled eggs, would bring me to 390 calories. And then for my protein, I would be at 22 grams. You said in 2 boiled eggs, about 12 grams of protein. So that will put me at 34 grams of protein for my breakfast. And then it's going to be a little bit higher in calories because I'm also going to be having some blueberries, which we'll figure out later on. But that's just the gist of it and how to read labels. It really isn't that hard, you guys, especially if you're someone that doesn't really want to use a scale. You do not have to, okay? You do not have to, you do not have to, you do not have to, you do not have to. In certain scenarios, in certain cases, yeah, maybe. But if you can have the general idea of how to read that nutrition label, you'll be able to get it down pat. Also, I know somebody's gonna say, oh, how do you come home and like not shower? You guys, I barely sweat on upper body days. I did wash my hands as soon as I got home from the gym. So just want to throw that out there. Your girl's starving. I take forever in the shower, so I'm going to eat before I shower, okay? So since the serving size is half, you guys, I'm gonna cut this in half. Now we have this piece and we have this piece. Now the first thing I like to do to make me feel like I'm eating more than I actually am is to cut this in half. Now what I'm gonna do here is cut these into pieces. Actually, I'm gonna cook them first. I'm gonna cook them first, then I'm gonna cut them into pieces. These are my 2 pieces. This, probably gonna cook it all actually, because I think I'm gonna have some steak for dinner as well. We have our 2 here. I'm gonna save some for Ron. I'm not sure if he's gonna eat some though, so I'm probably just gonna make both and have some for dinner. Also, the key to having like a runny egg when you're boiling an egg is as soon as it starts boiling, you only want to leave it for another 2 to 3 minutes. So since it's boiling, I'm gonna leave it for 3 more minutes. We're gonna put in a little bit of avocado oil. As soon as you put this in, you're also a bit up on calories. So I would say about half of a tablespoon is what I'm putting in, okay? Not too much. Once that is hot, we're gonna add in some ajo. I love me some ajo, girl. Especially when I'm on a cut, garlic is your secret weapon, okay? Come out runny, you guys. It's okay though. These are already clean, by the way. We're going to take about half a cup, which half a cup of blueberries amounts to 30 calories. Y'all, I am officially ready to tackle on the day. I wanted to show you guys my hair routine when I come back from the gym and I don't wash my hair, but I got caught up. I had to get on a meeting and then I had some client work to do and I still have to do some editing, but it is time for lunch and dinner and your girl's already starving. But let me tell you, that steak and eggs this morning was so good. You guys, like, I was literally sitting here working and just thinking like, why don't I make steak and eggs anymore? Like, that was so good. It felt so fulfilling too. Like, usually when I have a yogurt bowl, I'm legitimately hungry an hour later. You guys, no joke. Like, I don't know what it is, what is in yogurt that doesn't fill me up, but like every time I have it, it's just not enough. And the reason why I always have it is because it's the easiest thing. I've also been making these breakfast sandwiches, which have been so amazing. I posted it on Instagram Reels. I think when this video is up, it might already be up, but tell me why I called them McGriddles on Instagram, and people were coming for me like, girl, that's not a McGriddle, that's a McMuffin. Girl, when you make a McGriddle, you use a pancake, not a muffin. I'm like, all right, Pookie, like, all right, I'm just trying to help you out. But next time, I'll be very, very particular with my words. But no, I get it. Like, I think I wanna remake the McGriddle using a pancake and kind of just trying to figure out how I can like make a healthy version of it. We'll use his brain and figure it out. But anywho, it is time for lunch and dinner. Your girl's already hungry, like I said. Basically, what I'm gonna do now is cut up all my vegetables. I wanna have a steak bowl and a burger bowl and then call it a day. I did plan to have a snack and some kiwi in my plan, so we might have that if I have calories left. But guys, look how I plan my day when it comes to like YouTube, filming, and just like really making sure that I get up to everything. I'm behind schedule, but to be fairly honest, what's new? Things literally never go as planned, but I feel like when I write it down, everything on that to-do list and everything that I need to do gets done, which is just super helpful. But yeah, like I said, your girl's hungry, so let's go eat. That first sip is always so good. You guys, I'm literally filming for Instagram Reels right now because I'm trying to get sponsored by Celsius. They're already sponsoring my next run and they're gifting me like a whole bunch of Celsius, but we need that brand deal, sis. So stop playing with me, Celsius. I'm so happy that I did not have an energy drink at the gym, so that way I can have one now. And I don't know about you guys, I have been trying to, this is so bad, but I've been trying to build up my tolerance to 2 energy drinks in a day, but my body physically cannot take it. So we're gonna stick to 1. We're gonna stick to 1. And you definitely don't want to do more than 1 anyways. I don't know. You guys, I'm literally Google searching like how can I get my body to tolerate 2 energy drinks? And I was here like trying to follow the rules and stuff, but no, we're just gonna stick to the 1 and it should be enough. Also, you guys, I just put a shirt on because every single time I wear like a shirt that like shows my stomach on YouTube, I literally look back on my YouTube and I am just staring at myself so hard, and I'm over it. Like, I just can't. Like, I feel so comfortable outside, but like having to physically just look at my body like in long form, I don't know, I just cannot stand it, you guys. Like, it's so weird. And I know I have a beautiful physique, but like imagine you having to like just look at your body 24/7. It's just not healthy for me. So I'm just going to stick to my big shirts and my big sweatpants and call it a day, girl, because I can't cut these bad boys up. Maybe these freaking vegetables are like more pure now, because I feel like before I used to wonder, like, why are my eyes not hurting? And like now they're stinging me really bad. Woo! Comment down below like which onion makes your eyes hurt more, like either the purple onion or the white onion, because for me. All right, you guys, we have all of our ingredients cut up. We have our avocado for our mango avocado salsa, our mango for our mango avocado salsa, our jalapeno for our burger bowl, onions for the burger bowl, as well as the ground meat. Then we have our purple onion for the mango avocado salsa, cilantro for the mango avocado salsa, and then tomatoes for our burger bowl. So I'm going to put everything here for the mango avocado salsa, and I'll show you guys what I put in it as well. What we're gonna do here is put salt, pepper, lime, and a bit of olive oil. Let's just imagine how good this smells. You could have this with anything. Like, this to me is just considered my side salad. So when you see me making a meal, always remember that you can switch it up. Like, if you don't want to have steak, you can have chicken, you can have salmon, you can have whatever you want with this salad. Shake her up. Open this bad boy up, and we got our salsa. This looks amazing, you guys. She looks phenomenal, you guys. Oh my gosh, I freaking love food. Alright, y'all, so we're up to my potatoes. So the one that I'm using is it's just baby Dutch yellow potatoes. I have 3 serving sizes here that amount to about 90 to 100 calories. So I'm going to have potatoes for lunch and dinner, and then we have a serving size for Ron. Ron is only gonna eat potatoes 1 time because I know him. He's like literally afraid of carbs. And for anyone out there that's afraid of carbs, I want you to understand that carbs are your main source of energy, and the carbs that you have to be worried about is like candy, chips, things like that. But when it's clean carbs, you don't have to worry. And just remember that this is your main source of energy. You need carbs. And just a little quick trick, like if you're in a rush and you don't really want to wait for potatoes to take forever to cook, what I basically do is I'll add oregano, salt, and pepper, and then I'll add it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and then into the air fryer for another 10 minutes, and they come out so freaking crispy, you guys. I'm like kind of have a busy work day because it is Monday. Monday's usually like a long day for me, so I'm just trying to eat lunch as fast as possible. Obviously, this all could be avoided if you do meal prep, but as for me personally, I love meal prepping, but I also really enjoy fresh food and obviously cooking with you guys as well. So we're gonna add these bad boys in, take them out, put them in the air fryer. All right, the potatoes are out, so now we're gonna go in with other seasonings. So we're gonna go in with paprika. We're gonna go in with a sprinkle of olive oil. Then we're gonna go in with some garlic, and then we're gonna mix them up, and we're gonna throw them in the air fryer. 10 minutes, 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and you have your potatoes cooked. Dominican oregano, if you know, you know. Look at these bad boys. You guys, when I tell you, my mouth is literally salivating for this food right now. I think I said this was like 3 servings. It's actually 4. So after you cook it, a lot of people ask like, oh, well, how would I know? You kind of just want to evenly distribute these servings into 4, okay? So now I'm going to put this in my plate and then have some avocado salsa, and then I will put the macros on the screen for you guys. And this was my meat from earlier, you guys, so just keep that in mind. So remember, that was about 23 grams of protein. You guys, the food tastes phenomenal. The steak, the potatoes, the salad, like, ugh. I feel like sometimes when we're like on a cut or we're trying to eat healthy, we feel like that means that we have to sacrifice good food, and I feel like it doesn't have to be that way, you know? And even when I do eat healthy, I don't really miss, of course I miss like the fattening stuff and I have cravings, but when I'm eating clean, fresh food, I genuinely feel my best. Yeah, it is officially dinner time, and the only thing I have to do is make my ground beef since I already have all the ingredients for my burger bowl. So I'm really excited. It is currently 8:30, you guys. I got caught up with having to edit and some work stuff that I had to do. But let me tell you something, okay? I am waiting for Love Island, and I literally cannot wait to watch it. Spoiler alert. Please fast forward if you haven't watched it, but I'm up to the part where Shelly is basically mad at Huda. And I got a lot to say about that. So I'm really wondering, but I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna wait till this episode rolls out and see what really happens. But yeah, I got a lot to say about about the whole thing. I feel like I was defending Huda in the beginning, but now she's making it really hard for me to defend her. And I'm over it. Like I'm over the whole entire show. Like cancel the whole show. Like I'm gonna still tune into the show, but cancel the whole thing because it's really stressing me out. By the way, do not mind all the boxes in the back. I just opened up all of my PR, and I'm waiting for Ron to go dump that for me. But yeah, like I said, that show is stressing me out, girl. All right, so we got our what do you call this? We got our onions going. Then we're going to go ahead and put our meat in and cook it. By the way, this is also 4 ounces. So per serving, there's 4 ounces in this total, right? Per serving, there's 200 calories, 23 grams of protein. So I want to have a 1/4 of the meat. If I was below like protein or whatever, I would literally have half of this entire meat. But I'm pretty much on the right track. I am going to also have a protein snack while I'm watching Love Island. So it will get me to about 120 grams of protein, which the amount of protein that you want to have, I feel like I'm saying this wrong, but I will correct it on the screen if I did. So it's 1 gram per body weight. So if you weigh 120 pounds, you want to get about 120 grams of protein. The least amount that you could have, I believe it's 0.8 of your weight. So let's say, for example, if you weigh 150 pounds times 0.8, that's 120. So that's the least amount of protein that you can have. But yeah, that's basically what I go about. I try to get about 120 grams of protein in a day since that's how much I weigh. Brenda is calling me. Oh, I wanted to pick up, but literally I know me and Brenda are gonna literally chat, and then I'm not gonna be able to finish cooking, and then I'm gonna crash out because I'm really late for Love Island and I really want to watch it and go to sleep. Like I'm already so exhausted. I feel like I tell you guys all this time, like every single time I vlog, by the end of the day, I'm literally exhausted. I went to the gym, I woke up early, I've been filming, you guys. I film every single thing that I do. I'm also filming for Instagram Reels, so I just get like, oh my God, I'm exhausted, but I really do enjoy like posting for YouTube so much. Like if you're still watching this too, like you watch me long form, meaning that you really enjoy my content, and I really want to post twice a week on here. Just because I feel like the growth on YouTube has been so fast. Like we hit 20,000 subscribers, but since I already have such a big following on Instagram, it makes it very difficult for me to be satisfied with 20,000 subscribers, you know? And I feel like if I were really to put my mind to it and start posting twice a week, we could be a way bigger family. But it's a lot on my plate, so I obviously have to like make sure I'm balancing short form content and long form content, and then going from there. But let me know what you guys think. I did start a series where it was like a D-wine series, and that's a little bit easier just because I'm talking to the camera. It's not as hard. So I was thinking of maybe like doing it where one video is a little bit more complex, and then the second video will be something like me just chatting, giving you guys advice, talking about fitness or whatever topics that you guys want to know about. Honestly, the more that you guys help me, the more better my content will be, because again, I am posting for you guys. So it just feels really good to get that feedback from you guys, and you know, it just helps me out. And I know you guys really like the food content. When I used to want to get into content, I really wish that I had someone like me where I could literally watch it and be like, oh my god, like it's actually really not that hard to eat healthy. It's just a matter of actually doing it. And if you're someone that doesn't, like, if you've never eaten healthy a day in your life and you want to like start, I always say this, but I definitely don't recommend starting to like count your calories or anything. Like what I would want you to do is just to get used to like cooking at home. By the way, today was a lot of red meat. I definitely don't recommend having so much red meat like every single day. I definitely advise switching it up, but doing it one day is not going to kill you. And I have been eating a lot of chicken lately, so I needed to have some flavor. I've also just been eating a lot of salmon too, so I'm like, I don't want chicken, I don't want salmon, and the only thing I can think of is ground beef. By the way, this is 90% fat-free. Every single time you are getting ground beef, you want to make sure that it's at least 90% fat-free, all right? So we got salt in there, we got pepper in there, we got paprika in there, we need some apple. But yeah, if you guys are tuned into Love Island, let me know who's your favorite islander. I freaking love Shelly down bad, and the fact that she's getting hate because another girl was literally dry humping her man is pissing me off so freaking bad. Like, God forbid a girl gets mad that one of her homegirls is freaking dry humping her man. God forbid, God forbid, God forbid. Like, the way the internet just be switching up on people too just pisses me off. Like, you guys loved Shelly the other day, and then you hated Huda the other day. So like, please make up your mind. I beg you. I'm gonna put jalapenos in here so to give it more taste. And once this is cooking, I'm about to get my bowl ready and assembled. Every time I'm gonna cut, I just get so hungry. I think I'm about 810 calories. This will put me at probably 540 calories, which puts me at about 1350. Then the protein stack I'm gonna have should have me about 1500 calories, which I'm gonna be so honest with you guys, it's not enough. I also don't want you guys to like compare my calorie amount to your calorie amount, because you do have to remember I am 5 feet and I only weigh 120 pounds. So if you're someone that weighs more, you should be eating more. So always keep that in mind when you are watching an influencer, when you're watching what's in her plate, etc., etc. Yeah, you do have to eat if you want to lose weight, baby girl. You cannot deprive yourself from food. Your body will literally scream at you and eat itself. All right, so make sure you're eating your protein, make sure you're fueling your body, and make sure that you are adjusting to the amount of protein, because it does take some time to get used to eating like this. Make sure that you are eating the way that you should for your body and for the amount of movement that you do in a day. And like, a lot of people ask me like, how do you stay lean and how do you like keep yourself like at maintenance and stuff like that. And you guys, it all comes down to being consistent with my meals, with my cardio, and with my lifts. So like, even though it's summertime and it's time to play and it's time to let loose a little bit, make sure that you're giving at least 70% in the kitchen, in the gym, and with your steps and everything in between. Summer is a time to like be outside, so if you don't want to go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week, you can make the effort to go outside and go on a walk and get those 10K steps in. You're gonna tell me you don't have time? I know you have time. I know we're all so busy. We all have jobs. We all have things to do. We all have to pay our bills. Well, I don't have kids. Some of you ladies have kids, and girl, that's one thing I'm gonna say, girl, you got it. If you got kids, and I have clients, like my online clients, and when they tell me they have kids and stuff, I'm like, girl, I don't know how you do it. But it's funny because like a lot of my moms be the ones that be locked in. I'm like, girl, you are literally superwoman for real, because you wake up, you go to work, you take the kids to school, you do this for the kids, you cook for the kids, you gotta then cook for yourself. Girl, give yourself a pat on the back, sis, please, because you are my inspiration for real. Like, I'm not even joking about that. Like, the fact that you can really even be watching this video right now and like put yourself first in a sense when you're also taking care of a human life is something that I really applaud. I'm personally so selfish with my time, and like just even having Stargirl, like she's a handful in itself, so I can't imagine like a whole child, you know. Start with our base, which is some greens. Don't play. I think I put too much, you guys. Be really careful with sauce, you guys. And sauce can actually, like, I recommend, I know I didn't just weigh this right now, but I highly recommend to weigh it because sauces can add up and you think you're not like having a lot, but you actually are. Sauces also have a lot of sodium in them, which can just make you bloated, so also keep that in mind. I want to like have it like be a drizzle, but it's clearly not gonna work, so we're just gonna have to put it on there just for the sake of aesthetics, but it ain't gonna work, so it's fine. I know y'all see it, and I know y'all want some. Devoured. Okay, devoured. Yeah, I'm filming for Instagram Reels, but I also wanted to show you guys the packaging because I'm like, I'm gonna take this out of the packaging. You guys aren't gonna be able to see what I'm having, but these are freezer pops that I found at Trader Joe's, and what I love about them is that it's 100% juice and they're organic. So the calories on this is 30 calories per pop. If you were to have 4 pops, you would be sitting at 120 calories, which isn't bad. I just want one because I'm also having a wafer as well, which I'm about to show you guys in a sec. But it's the first time I'm trying them. I think I want to try the cherry limeade, which is the pink one. Oh, it has them on here anyway, so you guys would have seen it regardless. Cherry limeade. Yo, this is actually really freaking good, and 30 calories, bitch. Like, it's not that bad at all. I also have my protein crispy wafers, which is 15 grams of protein, and the calorie on this is 200 calories, which this, you guys, this literally tastes freaking amazing. Like, I have about 1 a day of these because I got like so many for one of my runs, and what ended up happening is that I didn't come on time, and I tried to save it for you guys for the run, but it's really hard. So I've been eating them, and they're actually really good. Like the calories and the protein on it is really good. And I feel like when you have like protein snacks, they just taste chalky, and for some reason, I don't know what they put in that, it tastes amazing. But the girl's about to watch Love Island. I'm about to say what happened with this whole Huda Shelly situation. Ron is willing to watch it with me for the first time ever. I literally think he just wants to hang out because he does not indulge in the Love Island festivities. And what she did, he gave the show a try. He gave it like 10 minutes and he said absolutely not. So alright guys, I just finished watching Love Island. Literally the most boring episode ever. I think that was episode 25, where basically this is the episode after the heart rate challenge, and like Shelly and Huda have their whole thing. I'm just so, you guys, when I'm telling you I'm just so over this show, like I'm so over this show in a sense where like I feel like the internet is just so annoying. One day y'all love Huda, one day y'all hate Huda, one day y'all love Shelly, one day y'all that. Like, guys, can we just really just understand that these are normal human beings who make mistakes and who are going to move in ways that you do not like? And can we just sit there and read the situation before we just start bullying online? Like, oh my god, like I open up my phone, I can't even stand it. Like I can't even stand it. But we'll have different opinions. That's why everything is just like super controversial. But obviously this is not about Love Island. This is about what I eat in a day. And I just want to kind of give you guys a rundown of where I'm sitting at for calories. So I'm at 120. Two most important things for me is the calorie amount and the protein amount. So I'm sitting at 123 grams of protein, a little over 1500 calories today. I try to keep my, especially when I'm on cut, I try to keep it anywhere between 1500 to 1700 calories. Again, that is me. Remember, I'm a baby girl. I, just like you, of course, but we all weigh differently. We all have different sizes. You can go to the macro calculator online to kind of figure out where you should be for your specific caloric deficit. And when it comes to protein stuff, like I said, 0.08 times your weight. So let's say if you weigh 150 pounds times 0.08, you want to be, no girl, don't listen to me, 150 times, yes, I keep saying 0.08 for some reason. You want to go into your calculator, you want to put let's say you weigh 150 pounds, right? You go 150 pounds times 0.8. That's 120 grams. So in a day you should at least, okay, don't try to like be too like particular. I feel like that's when we kind of mess things up, especially if you are a beginner. You guys, like, you don't want to be this person that's like, oh my god, I went a little over, oh my god, I didn't eat enough. Like, girl, if you're around the range, you're more than fine. I get at least 1 gram of protein per body weight. So like I said, I weigh about 120 pounds right now. I try to get 120 grams of protein. Right now I'm sitting at about 123, which satisfies me in the best way possible. And I'm also definitely in a caloric deficit today. Probably should have had a little bit, like probably like one more meal. I probably could have had some cottage cheese or something like that to kind of make up for a little bit more like calorie based, but I'm satisfied with the day that I had. I'm also satisfied about the fact that I got it on YouTube and stuff. And for those that don't know like at all what I'm talking about, there's 3 macros that we have, okay? 3 macronutrients. So we have our proteins, we have our fats, and we have our carbs. So our protein is like chicken, salmon, ground beef, any type of meat. Think of meat. And then for your carbs, you want to think of the rice, the potatoes, trying to think of another carb, but you get the gist. And then fats is like avocado, olive oil, avocado oil, nuts can be a fat as well. There's a lot of fat in like meats and stuff. My fat was higher today, which in a sense you don't really want, especially if you are on a cut. But if your fat percentage is going to be higher, you want your carbs to be lower, which is what happened today. Like my carbs were much lower than normal, but my fat percentage was high. You don't want both of them to be super high. which is what I'm getting to. But yeah, overall I had a pretty solid day. Not every day is going to be perfect. You're not always going to be 100% on the money, but as long as you're sitting at around the calorie amount that you want, around the fat percentage that you want, and around the protein percentage that you want, you can go online and get a macro calculator, guys. You don't have to freaking pay for anything. You just have to go online, put macro calculator, put in your information, put your age, put your height, yada yada yada, and it's going to tell you exactly what you need to be eating. I just taught you guys how to read a nutrition label, so it should be fairly not easy, obviously, because if it were easy everybody would be doing it, but stop overcomplicating it, okay? Like, I want you to stop overcomplicating fitness, and I want you to be healthy, okay? Like, you could do it too, baby girl. You could do it too, you could do it, you could do it. I can't even talk. I'm so tired. I need to go to sleep. That shut on pissed me off. Literally freaking make me waste my sleep. That is it for today's video. If you are still here, I love you so much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.